And I'm going to start unusually with current events, because last week you announced that you were buying the fifth largest auto dealership in the country, Van Tile Group of Phoenix. Now, there may even be some people in the audience who think of the car business as ethically challenged. But at any rate, what I'd like you to do is spend a paragraph or two talking about what, by Buffett standards, is a good business, and then go into why does the car dealership business look like a good business to you?
A good business is the one that earns a high rate of return on tangible assets.
Very simple.
That's pretty simple, yeah. And the very best businesses are the ones that earn a high rate of return on tangible assets and grow. But even ones that don't grow, if they earn a high return on tangible assets, and then of course if you don't pay too much, they can be a good investment. They're a good business to start with by the high returns. If you pay too much for them, you can turn a good business into a bad investment. But if you pay an appropriate price, you can do all right. Now the big mistake which we made in the early years was to try and buy a bad business at a really cheap price, and it took me about 20 or 30 years to figure out that wasn't a good idea. But this is the car business, the car dealership business, if run well, can be a very good business. You have no receivables to speak of. You floor plan your inventory. You can lease your real estate. We don't do that. We'll own 95% of our real estate. So you can have very little capital actually invested in the business. And you do a large volume. Van Tile, which we bought, has 78 dealerships. They'll average over $100 million a dealership. So you can work on fairly narrow margins and still earn a high return on capital if you don't tie up much capital into $100 million of business.
And how many car dealerships are there in total in the United States?
Well, there are over 17,000 car dealerships in the United States. And the interesting thing is if you go back 40 or 50 years, there were in the 30,000. So while the country has grown dramatically, and actually the number of nameplates in the car business have grown, you've cut the dealerships almost in half. So the average dealer now does far greater volume than when I was growing up.